Well, while we hang out, would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Man?
Of course. Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Waters, also known as Toodles the Clown on Twitch as a little VTuber guy. You might know me as Miyano in Sasaki and Miyano, Hisashi in Twilight Out of Focus. I am Shizasumi in Given. They keep making me gay, and I am down for it.
Perfect. That's what we love.
You might also know me as Finan in Honkai Star Rail, and Dota Sentenced to Be a Hero, other things and stuff.
Many things and stuff.
Many things and stuff. But no, thank you guys so much for having me. I've been reading through the questions you guys have submitted, and I'm very excited to answer them.
Yay!
Yes.
As you can see, we are waiting on one more friend, but we might just go ahead and get started with current friend and see where that goes.
I saw somebody say Agba assigned gay by anime in chat. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I didn't do it. Anime did it. Anime did this to me.
Anime did it. Yeah.
So nice.
Kira, if you'd like to handle questions while I search for our other friend.
Yes, I can do that. I can.
Arigato gozaimasu desu.
Yes.
Definitely.
The exact way that is said.
Okay, let's just go in order here. So, who has been one of the most memorable? What has been one of the most memorable episodes you recorded for Sasaki and Miyano?
Oh, Sasamiya. Small story before I even answer the question about Sasamiya. I recorded Sasamiya entirely from my dorm room in nursing school during college.
Oh my god.
I was like next to like imagine this is my room, which I was alone in. I had my little booth like off in the corner, and I was next to a stairwell. So every now and again during scenes, the door would open really slowly, just like a little kind of click noise that I'd hear. And I'd be like, "Oh, sorry guys, I've got to mute for just a second." And it closed the loudest you've ever heard a door close in your entire life. So I mute every now and again, just to be like, "Okay, hold on, guys. Someone's walking through the hallway or something." All right, let's get back to it. So it throughout the series that just happened, and I guess the most memorable actual episodes, I don't know which specific episode it is, but one that hits very close to home for me is the episode where Miyano is like on the staircase, finally being able to come to terms and like realize his actual feelings for Sasaki. He has this whole monologue like on the stairwell by himself, where he realizes he does like guys. He's not just feeling this for no reason. These feelings are valid, and he feels them very strongly. And now he's like, okay, now that I have these feelings, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. Alongside the last episode of the season, where we ended up, the very end, I've been waiting for them to smooch the entire show. I've been waiting for them to smooch the whole show. I wanted them to very badly.
Exactly.
And they didn't. And at the very, very, very end, under a little gazebo, they lean in for a kiss, and then the camera cuts away to the top of the gazebo, and we don't see it. I'm like, damn it! Fuck! Shit! I was like, no! I was so sad. I was so pissed. And then they kiss a second time, and it's on screen, so I was fine.
Yay!
Fine. They made up for it.
They made up for it in spades. I was so happy.
Yeah.
But yes, both of those, fantastic.
I agree with that. Okay. What has been one of your most rewarding roles you've done?
Gosh. It's a very difficult question because I like to put bits of myself and like different aspects of myself into different parts of different roles, where you sort of draw on all of these things like a tool belt as they are needed, like life experiences and other things of that ilk. In a lot of different cases, I feel very connected to these roles. For Miyano specifically, it's like I feel very connected because this is a very close story to sort of how I figure out how I feel about myself, because I was born in rural Ohio, so it's sort of a coming of age, figuring out how you feel about yourself kind of story. But I also have very personal connections and rewarding moments with something like Twilight Out of Focus, where I moved away from Ohio down to Texas to start doing anime more. And that was I on my drive down got the audition while I was fully driving like overnight into Texas and getting there at like middle of the day. It was like 120 degrees. So I immediately set up my booth and sent off those auditions, and just so happened to book that part. And it was really, really rewarding as just being able to come down here and represent more queer characters as well. But in terms of just general acting, so many different characters, but I'd probably say Finan for right now, because he just has so much going on. I like to say that he has a main character energy about him, but he's not the main character. So he gets the allowance to get kicked down and like go through hardship and go through tragedy and go through struggles much, much more than any main character of a story actually would. Where you have some of your main characters and protagonists that need to be like, oh, you're playing as this character, so we want to make you seem strong and make you seem competent and very good at all times. You get the exact opposite with Finan, because you don't play as him. You just watch him go through it really hard forever. He goes to the torture nexus and we don't let him out. It's great. But yeah, many different roles that I think are really, really rewarding. I just like acting. Being able to walk into a booth and be gay in a booth and then outside of a booth is very great. I love it.
It sounds like a great job.
It sounds like a great job.
I go in there and I act like myself, parentheses gay, and they give me money for it. It's great.
That's great.
Give me money for being gay.
They give me money for kissing boys. Yay!
Yay!
Fucking amazing.
Okay, so this one says, have you read Twilight Out of Focus before getting to voice a character in the anime, or did the role introduce you to the manga?
The role introduced me to the manga with the auditions. I read some of the manga, the first volume, when the auditions came out to sort of get an idea on Hisashi and Mao's dynamic. Because the entire thing is sort of done in, you see the different pairings for like 3 different pairings throughout the series, and you get different relationships between each of the characters, and that's the big draw of Twilight Out of Focus. For Hisashi and Mao, I read through the first part of the manga, and I was like, whoa! It's pretty spicy. It's very spicy. Spicy enough that my roommates, when those auditions came out, they were like skimming through the manga and like opened to a random page and just relayed to me that the only like sound effect that was translated on the page was squelch. And then they called the show Squelch from then on for the entirety of its runtime.
That's fair.
I love that. I love that for you.
So fucking funny.
That's great.
They called it. They're like, "How's it record on Squelch, buddy?" And I'm like, "Don't call it that."
I'm gonna remember that forever now.
That's literally
loved you in Squelch.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
God.
It's really funny. But no, I ended up reading more of the manga after I booked Hisashi to get more of an idea on the other characters, and a lot of the other cast in that is still really close friends of mine. Ben Stegmeyer, Oscar Sung, Landon McDonald, Eduardo, who plays Mao. Everybody is like, that show is so authentically cast that I really, really appreciate, and it's fantastic.
It's a great show. The dub's great. I loved it.
Your performance in Squelch was climactic. Is in chat. I feel like I'm on stream again. I get to read crazy ass messages in chat. This is
It's so
great.
fun.
Yeah.
We have a ball.
Oh my-
Okay, so this one says, what made you want to go into voice acting?
No one's allowed to laugh. Everyone has to
Okay.
promise. Everyone in chat, everyone here has to promise you're not allowed to laugh.
Okay.
Pinky swear. I will know if you don't. So there's this thing called Danganronpa. No. 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 No.
I did nothing.
So
That laugh didn't count.
didn't count. So there's this thing called Danganronpa, and when those games came out, I was following them very, very closely as they were coming out, and I started doing voice acting when V3 came out, and there was a very big influx of this thing called a fangan, which is a fan-made Danganronpa thing. There's this site called Casting Call Club, which is a big hub for a lot of indie casting calls and a lot of different things like that. And the excuse that I gave myself was, oh, these fangans have an entire fan-made Danganronpa cast that they create, and a fan-made, like, they usually didn't get made, but because making a thing is hard.
Yeah.
But I ended up being able to get like 6 auditions for 6 different types of characters, usually, maybe even more per like audition of these things that came out. So I was just constantly doing these all over and getting like a bunch of different character archetypes. I was just like, wow, this is fun. This is great. What if they do can I do this for like things that aren't Danganronpa? And I slowly started to meet more people throughout my being in sort of the fan scene. I did comic dubs. I did song covers and stuff on my old YouTube channel, and eventually met some people that introduced me during COVID to the open calls they were having on for Crunchyroll. They did, some directors had fully open, just posted it onto Twitter, like, hey, we're doing remote. Here is my roster. Submit your materials, and we can send you auditions if we think you're good. And the reason I got cast for Sasuke and Miyano was because of that. I was still back in Ohio in my nursing school dorm room, like I said. But I ended up submitting my things to the director of that show, Emily Fajardo, who directs for One Piece now. Fantastic person. Incredible director. She brought me on and sent me the auditions then, and I shot those things off, and it was sort of history from there, because I was just like, oh, well, I can do that. I can do this authentic and real and truthful experience to myself, and then put it out there into the universe for other people to see. I want to do this forever, actually. So I finished up my nursing school, and then I immediately moved down so I could do it more.
Great. Wow. It's crazy that you can just like send your stuff directly to Crunchyroll like that.
Yeah, back in specifically COVID, they opened things up because they needed people to come in for remote.
For
They
sure.
have, I have news, Jonah coming in 15 minutes, parentheses, hopefully, says somebody in chat.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you,
Thank
V.
you, V.
Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is in chat?
Maybe.
Maybe per snaps. But during COVID, they opened things up a lot more to remote actors, because they couldn't have anybody in studio.
Yeah.
They had people getting microphone kits they would send out. They would send out for currently running shows and people that were around that didn't have home booths. They would send out like full like microphones and audio interfaces, and like you would do all the editing on your end during the COVID like editing times. It was really fun. It was interesting. And that's how I was able to get in from non-local.
Right.
It was really cool.
So cool. That's really cool.
It's so cool.
Okay, this is a question about VTubing. So, why choose a clown as your VTuber model?
Because they're cute.
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
Adorable, I agree.
No, you're correct. You're right. I think personally, because clowns in media as a whole, at least a few years ago, just had a really bad rap. I think that the idea of a clown, at its very like distilled idea is you get dressed up in a bunch of fun colors and you want to make people happy and be silly. And that's all that they were meant to be. And then they were pushed into a horror icon sort of territory and people are afraid of them, which like, if you are, fine. I will not, that is fine. I think clowns are joyous and I love them. And I love what they stand for. I think they're so sweet. I love them. I've seen recently, like clown core and like the clown aesthetic has become a lot more accepted and bigger around. It's great. I love it. I have a lot of different friends and a lot of different collaborators that I use for my VTubing stuff that are also just as into like puppets and clowns and shit like that.
Oh, that's rad.
I just think they're silly.
That's so fun. I love that.
That's the perfect reason. I like both spectrums of clowns, so I feel you.
They're
I
just
like
There's
the
so
cute
much.
clown and the
They have
cute-
range.
They have a lot of range. Like you got like some Pagliacci shit, and then you got like silly little jesters like I have.
I love silly little jesters.
Silly little jester.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. What do you think Miano's favorite BL would be? And if you don't know exactly, what kind of scenario would it be about?
That's a good question. I think he would pick something close to life, like Go For It Nakamura-kun, which just got a trailer, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for that coming out. But I don't think I can say that definitively because throughout the series, April 1st release date. I'm so excited!
Soon.
Soon. But I don't think I can say that's like definitively because throughout the series, he talks about so many different kinds of BL and a bunch of different types of tropes. I feel like he is a connoisseur. He is like a savant of the BL, and like if you gave him anything, he'd be like, I can appreciate this. Let him play dramatical murder. He's got this shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like me for real.
Oh, perfect.
Well-rounded. He's a BL omnivore. Why is chat funny? Stop being funny.
They're hilarious.
Y'all are
Good
funny.
job.
We have a blast.
I am so very sorry.
Jonah Scott.
I completely so hard. But I am here now. I'm here for as long as you need me for. I ain't got stuff to do today. Let's do this.
Hello.
Where did you
Hi.
go?
Hey Josh,
There.
hey man.
Good to
There we
see
go.
you, bud. How you doing?
Hello, everybody in chat. How we doing? I'm so sorry. I really
The whole family is
genuinely
here
have
now.
No worries,
You're
no
good.
worries.
I've been this is my excuse, okay? I've been doing press junkets the last week,
Ugh.
and I have had like probably 3 or 4 interviews every day.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
I didn't see anything on my calendar because I cleared everything out. So I was just like, oh, Friday I have off. That's great. No, I don't. We're
You
doing
don't.
this.
You
Oh
don't.
no.
Doing this.
Locked in.
okay.
Locked
Crossed
in.
my own wires. I crossed my own wires. It's my fault. We're here. We're locked in. Let's do this. Hi guys.
Hi.
We're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've genuinely been looking forward to this. So I'm glad that I'm glad that I made it.
I'm glad.
I have
Well,
to
we've
have
just
the
been
fellow
hanging out.
Ohioan needs to be here
We've grown up together in the junkyard that is Ohio.
in the junkyard that has a Skyline chili that is Ohio.
Several Skyline chilies.
They have a few of them.
Will you want to take me out and beat me up if I say I like Gold Star?
No, that's also
Oh,
good.
cool.
Do you like it more?
I used to live in Cincinnati, and when I lived in
Where from?
Cincinnati, I preferred Gold Star over Skyline.
Okay.
So,
I like Skyline
Uh,
because of the ubiquity of it. There was enough of them there that I was able to be like, I just need some chili spaghetti. Okay, cool. We'll go to
yeah,
Skyline that's on the corner or whatever.
just
those-
Ohio shit.
To those in chat that don't know what a Skyline or a Gold Star is,
Yeah, right. Please explain.
I need to explain. So spaghetti, usually cooked in a tomato paste,
Right?
a Coney Island, like Coney dog, thinner kind of chili. It has cinnamon and cocoa powder in it. It's not sweet. It is not sweet. It's not a sweet chili. It's very good.
No.
And there's sugar in it too, yeah. And more shredded cheese than you probably are thinking it should have. But it's great.
And
it's fantastic.
Great.
Every time I have to, like, you can get the out here in LA, you can get the can of chili itself.
Yes, you can get that in Texas too.
Make your own spaghetti, but like, yeah, you can make your own little skyline out here. And they have habanero cheese too. That's just like, oh,
Cool.
Oh,
out that thing in hot sauce. Oh,
it's like a
like this big.
Tabasco.
You can put away like 6 of them and still be hungry.
I want it so bad. I want to be back in Ohio.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, do we want to throw some questions at Jonah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Chuck 'em.
You want to start? You haven't asked it yet. Go for it.
Okay, cool. Okay. When you look back at Beastars, was there ever a time that you shipped Legoshi with Louis together?
Yeah, I shipped Legoshi with pretty much everybody.
Fantastic.
Kind of how it like shakes out. Even in the show, he's kind of he is tested with a bunch of other pairings, and there's crumbs for everybody in every way. So yeah.
Well, that was easy peasy. If you wake up as one of your characters, who would it be and why?
If I wake up as one of my characters.
Yeah.
If I wanted to wake up as one of my characters?
I think we're being forced in this situation.
Okay.
You've gotta pick them.
All right.
If I wake up as one of my characters, it would probably be Tatsu, because I would know what happened in his like past life. A lot of like his stuff is like mysterious and nebulous, and like what he has done as a yakuza like gang lord essentially is kind of left up to the reader's imagination and like the viewer's imagination. But like if I woke up as Tatsu, I'd know exactly what happened, and I'd know I would get the secrets. I would know how crazy his young life was.
My next one is very long.
Sure.
You have been in so many shows and games. I can imagine the amount of I can't imagine the amount of expectations you had to achieve when you first started voice acting. How were you able to handle the pressure, and do you have any tips for any future voice actors?
I wasn't able to handle the pressure. I cracked several times. Like
Shit.
No, I was very nervous. I was, again, I'm just a kid from Cincinnati. I am a small town, but I am like a small town kind of guy. So when I moved to Los Angeles to do all of this like real big boy voice acting, I had imposter syndrome for a year and a half. I didn't book anything for 2 years, sleeping on the floor in Los Angeles. Like I didn't think I could do it. And then I booked something and I was like, this is a mistake. I didn't book anything for 2 years. This is a mistake. Like this is a fluke. Nepotism, something happened to just like give me this stuff, right? And for the longest time, I thought it was a karmic imbalance because, like, not to bring the room down or anything, but my mom passed away as soon as I booked Legoshi, and I'm just like, okay, so now I'm just gonna get a hell of a lot of work because that's how the universe works, and I will be sad about getting that work because this work wasn't me working hard. This work was my mom dying, and that was me cashing a chip in to like, get all this like cool stuff happening to me. So I was kind of screwed up for the longest time, and it kind of mellowed out as I started to book a little bit more and like a little more consistently. I was like, okay, maybe I am good at this. Maybe I do know what I'm doing, and it's not quite a fluke, and it's not a mistake, or where I didn't like. A lot of the time I think it's my agent getting me work, and it's like, you better not screw this up. You know what I mean? Like, don't screw this up. I'm just like, no, this is
terrifying.
Genuinely like being utilizing the talent that I've fostered for like over a decade in that way. So totally I didn't handle it well. I wasn't taught how to handle it, so I had to figure out how to handle it.
It's a hell of an industry, truthfully and honestly. Like, you can push for it for years and years and years, and it'll chew you up and spit you out. It is terrifying. So you have to find your footholds where you can. And I'm glad that you were able to.
Yeah, I am too.
Chat says that you deserve all of the virtual hugs.
Aw, that's sweet.
We have a few questions for both of you together.
Oh.
Well, I will hit on some of those. Unless, Kira, you want to do a few.
Go for it if you have one picked. I'll read through them.
What's a sports anime that you wish you could voice a character in? It could be one that already has a dub, or a sports anime that hasn't gotten a dub yet.
Free.
Free.
Or Yuri on Ice, if they ever do actually.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Yuri on Ice, honest to goodness, I'm going to show my age here, parentheses, I'm a baby. It came out while I was in, like, high school, like, sophomore year of high school. So I was running through that, like, while I was still in the middle of, like, coming out in my, like, middle of nowhere small town. So it was sort of a grounding experience being able to sort of see something so publicly celebrated that looks at the gay experience and treats it with the respect that it deserves. Especially back then when it was like, you don't see much of that around in at least the main pop culture anime scene, or just the pop culture scene in general. You don't see things like that blow up to the extent that did. So being able to see something like that and feel myself in it, it'd mean a lot to be a part of it. But that movie's gone and I'll cry about it forever.
I don't like thinking about it.
It's so depressing, man.
Yeah.
Really good note. Like it, there was a lot of like LGBTQ content that was made in Japan for sure, but not a whole lot that was as welcomed as that show in the West. For some reason or another, it just like it managed to hit all of the right fandoms and areas of interest and the right people at the right time, and there was an audience for it. So yeah, that's definitely something that I hope happens again at some point.
Please.
Yeah.
Let me see. This is gonna be a little off. This isn't a big gay show or anything, but this is one that it is a sports anime that I really wanted to be in, and if there's a reboot of it at some point, I don't think it's ever going to get a dub, but if there's a reboot of it, and I had Josh, we were on another panel at some point, and I brought this up at one point.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Ice Shield 21 is an American football anime, like a contact football anime, and that would, like, you think Blue Lock goes hard? It's almost as hard, if not harder, than Blue Lock, because it's like full contact, like. It's by the manga's name is Murata-san, and he's fantastic at getting those like dynamic, angles and everything right. And it's like a skateboarding anime, like Skate the Infinity. Skateboarding is there's a huge Japanese presence in skateboarding, but there isn't a huge Japanese like American football obsession. So it'd be really neat to see something like that localized and then use American football terms in English and have it be like super Western. That's one of the reasons why I like Super Crooks so much, is that it's set in San Francisco. It's an anime that's set in San Francisco and New York City. So it's got a bunch of familiar things and really like familiar landscapes and landmarks and skylines and shots and buildings. Really cool. That's my.
Oh, yeah. I still need to pick this up. You mentioned it like a while back now.
I still 21 feel good, man.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get into it.
All right, here's one. Do you think you would get along with your favorite character you voiced in real life?
Go ahead, Josh. I'll let you.
Well, my favorite, that is a like 2-part question where it's like, pick your favorite child and then say if you would like being friends with them. Because like some characters that people voice are just like, yeah, it's like you can go in there and be like, yeah, this is an active like villain type of character, but at the same time, it'd be cool to like not ever know that person in real life, but you have so much fun playing them.
Yeah.
For all of my characters, I usually get cast as like nice little baby guys, little small little stupid little idiot guys.
Aw.
So even if I didn't pick a specific one, like a specific favorite, I think that I'd have a safe bet on them being a friendly enough person to like chill with in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one you'd want to be friends with?
I think Finan probably needs a friend.
Okay.
Oh.
Probably needs a buddy. And I think like the most misunderstood would be Soga from MHA Vigilantes. He's just like, he comes out so strong and so angry and so mean in like the first like entire season he's a part of, and is like an active villain figure. But as he goes on in the series, he becomes like much more mellowed out and like figures out himself and becomes much more self-assured as a person. And probably late series him would be lovely to hang out with and just like attempt to kickflip and fall over with.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. My favorite character that I voiced isn't an anime character. It is Aiden Caldwell in Dying Light 2.
Hell yeah.
Simply because I spent 5 to 6 years of my life recording for that guy, and he's like a non-insignificant portion of my life. And
Oh damn.
look like me. They took my headshots and, you know, made him resemble me in the game. And I helped to like rewrite and localize some of the lines themselves because they were originally developed in Polish. I was able to like help colloquialize a lot of it and make it a little bit more easy to understand for a Western audience. So that's a bit, he's very, very important to me because I spent so long constantly working on him. Legoshi I do in a month, whereas this guy I'm in for, you know, 3 or 4 times a month for 5 hours at a time, you know, doing this over the span of a year and a half, right? So that's a lot of time getting to know this character. And yeah, he's like Nightwing, I guess, is the archetype kind of like touchstone for him.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a Byronic hero, like a brooding guy who's smart and like knows what he's doing, but like can apply himself. He's a loner. I don't want to say lone wolf because that's a little on the nose, but he's a loner, and because of that, he's prickly and he doesn't trust easily. And I mean, he's a post-apocalyptic zombie.
Right, you guys ready?
Hardcore guy. So
Come on in.
it's
Go
it's
get
a lot.
some treats.
I don't think I would be his best friend or anything like that, but I think we would be friendly. Maybe I'll have a beer with him or something like
Good
that.
boy.
But I
Let's
I
see,
think
what
he
do you
would
guys
be
have?
gone before I had the time to
Oh, here we go. Some biscuits.
like, actually get to know him.
Nice.
I think I have somebody who unmuted. I think it's fine. Let's see.
All right, another question. Oh, this is a good one. Which role made you feel the most emotion when you acted it out?
God.
Oh Lord.
Well, emotion can be gone in many different ways, is the thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, I think when you think of emotional acting, you can think a lot on, like, the people who go in and scream. Like, just go in and yell really loud and, like, you pour out a lot of emotion in those kinds of moments. But
Throat bled. That means I cared more.
that's what I did! I yelled so loud and I threw up blood, and that means I did a good job! It's like... You can yell and
I don't
like,
know Christian
project...
Bale. He didn't throw up blood, or you know, I don't think any of those guys threw up blood.
It's like you think about it, and it's like the act of subtly influencing a character, and like the undercurrent of emotion that you're going to bring to a different character, no matter what your thing that you're working on is so important and so much more difficult to do. You have to really work hard to get the very subtle emotions to actually hit somebody who's watching or listening or playing. So you have these, like, I think these characters that are a lot more romantic, it feels, in my opinion, for my end of things, it's really difficult to get that while also conveying like the other emotions in the scene, where you can make a scene one note in something like a romance show where you're just like, oh, I want to seem charming, I want to seem nice. But why are they doing anything? Why is anyone talking in this scene at all? What is your intent? What is anything that goes on? Currently I'm on a show called In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, where my character is very sort of monotone and sort of flat affected at most times, but you can tell that he still cares and still has this backbone of like a charismatic guy who is used to getting what he wants, but he's on the back foot on most of the time because the person that he is in love with in this show is just actively different than anything that he's ever been in love with before. So he's like this sort of playboy guy that's sort of not in his element at all at any time. So being able to play that romance while also not showing that he's not in his element at all is very difficult, but it's very fun for me.
You bring up a really good point with the yelling for yelling's sake. I feel like that's kind of something that has been in the zeitgeist of voice acting for quite some time, because you're like, oh, top 5 throat rippers, oh, listen to Bakugo, and like, again, they do amazing work. It's fantastic, right? But to be as reductive as that in your criticism of it is it betrays the true emotion that they are feeling in the booth. To be as reductive as saying that sounded like it hurt, right? You're just like, it's not supposed to sound like it hurt. It's supposed to sound like it hurts here, right? It's supposed to sound like it hurts inside, it's supposed to sound like he's tearing himself up, not physically, but like mentally, right? Something to that effect. And there's a scene in Beastars that I'm really, really proud of, where it's if you haven't seen the first season of Beastars, I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil a little bit for you. There's at the end of season 1 of Beastars, Legoshi says to Haru, "Ski des," whatever. It's just this very short line. And when I was recording it, they wanted to say "I like you," and I'm just like, look, guys, I don't. You understand the gravity of the situation. We understand where they're standing. Legoshi's on a lower step. Haru's on a higher step. Like, he's saying "I love you," and they're just like, oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we had to have that little caucus and like come together. Director, me, and the engineer, and we all had to agree. We all took time to like consider everything, but like, I like that specifically because there is no throat ripper. There's no yelling. There's no like billboarding your emotion, right? It is an anxious, depressed, hormonal teenager chasing a rabbit, chasing this person that he has been welling emotion for over the past 2 years, a year or whatever, like somebody that he's seen in passing and that he's gotten to know and come to know with the audience. And he says this welling of emotion just keeps coming. And he's like trying to, the scene on the lead up to the scene, he's trying to say how he feels without saying "I love you." He's trying to say like, I'm trying really hard. I'm bettering myself for somebody for some reason. I don't know what it is, but like, it makes me feel like I belong here, And that "because I love you" scene really, I don't know, because and after that he's just like, I'm gonna get stronger for you. I'm gonna get stronger for you. And for anime, that sometimes we're given the ability to, like, if there's no mouth, if there are no flaps, if it's a thought, if it's just a shot of their backs or something like that, you can act. If there's the box has been opened and you're allowed to just kind of overwhelmingly act. And that's kind of what I think Legoshi is really good at as a character, is when he's talking to people and his mouth is moving, he is in his box. He is trapped. He he doesn't know how to say things. He stumbles over his words. There is more stuttering in Beastars than I'm pretty sure in any anime ever written. Like, there is more times Legoshi falls over himself, and it's really nice to have that moment where he's like, all right, the anxiety's gone. I'm able to think clearly, and I'm able to finally be like, no, because I love you. And it's almost like a change in character where he is growing in front of your eyes. And that was one of the most, like, that's one of the scenes where I am the most proud of my performance. just because I had never done anything like that before. I have never been in that character's shoes or a character like that before. And two, it's because I was able to just take off the gloves and just act my ass off. Even the director was just like, no, just don't worry about the flaps. Just do your performance. Perform as accurately and emotionally as possible. And I think we did a good job.
It's such a rare opportunity that you get to like
Gotta
really just fucking go for it and just like pedal to the floor, like act your ass off in an anime. Because, like you said, the box is always there when you have flaps.
Mhm.
And you get those rare chances where either you have a character that has like a mask or you have a character that isn't seen with flaps that you can just go crazy. And it's really, really a night and day scenario, which makes the opportunities that you have when you are in flap and able to act your ass off even more impressive. Like the people that can do that,
challenge, and then
Wow.
you're able to like kind of bring those. You're like, okay, how do I make this more real? How do I like my go-to is like there's a difference between in an anime between saying I don't want to do that and saying oh I don't want to do that, right? There's way more humanity to the second read, right? There's
Yeah.
more like realism there, and that comes from just doing the darn thing and figuring out where
Yep.
you can put that in there.
And I really loved the way that you thought about Legoshi's character with like you're using the limitation of the flaps as a
Yeah.
character choice. That's cool as shit. That's cool as hell.
And Maddie, I will point this out. Maddie Morris, one of the best anime writers
Oh
in
yes.
made Beastar's poetry and leaned into that in the adaptation. So whenever Legoshi's talking, it's short, simple sentences that isn't like he doesn't even know how he's feeling. But then when he's thinking in his head, like Shakespeare, like poetry, it's you know he's able to kind of be as flowery as he wants when he's talking to himself.
It's fantastic.
So cool.
Very good question.
Really was. Oh, okay. Do you guys have an anime that hold on. If you guys have any anime to recommend that involves you voicing a character that you think is underrated, what would it be?
I have a list.
Oh. I've got some. I've got one in particular, and I will levy it to just the one for now. So there's this visual novel that got turned into an anime recently called Nausea or Gnosia. And it's sort of space Among Us, Town of Salem, werewolf mafia. Where it has a time loop situation where the main character wakes up with no memory of how they got there on a ship and have to figure out who the Nausea is. And every time they figure it out, or if they don't figure it out, the day ends and then the cycle repeats with new characters out of like 10. And it's a different situation every single time. And it's fantastic. It's really, really great. A lot of very good rep in that one as well. A lot of canonically non-binary characters. A lot of just really, really fantastic writing. And for some reason, the animation in this is beautiful. It's really cool. And the visual novel is fantastic as well. It has like RPG elements, so
Yeah,
every
acts
loop
like
you can.
Danganronpa or something like
Yeah. It like apes off of some of those ideas. Where you get like a trial scenario where you're trying to figure out the Nausea.
that.
Yes. It's fantastic. I recommend the game and I recommend the anime. I play a peacock made into a person called Rockio.
That sounds amazing.
Hold on. I'll see if I can link a picture of them in chat. They're amazing.
Yeah. I'd love to see
Yes,
this.
I want to see.
Oh, that's cool.
Copy. Paste.
I'm looking at it right now. So cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, that's a very-
beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Love them so. Love them so.
Good bean.
All right. Very good choice. I'll have to put that on my list too. I have two in a similar vein. They're both in like they both have a similar genre that they're in. One, and I had mentioned this earlier, is one of my favorites that I had been I got the opportunity to play the lead in is Super Crooks. And if you haven't seen Super Crooks, you should totally watch Super Crooks. It is an anime that is set in San Francisco, New York City, and then an island just off of Japan. And it is Ocean's 11, but supervillains. And the plot is my character, Johnny Bolt, this kind of like slick talking like hustler character who has these like minor control over electricity powers. So he'll do things like short circuit an ATM to have it spit out money. He's a crook. He's not a supervillain. He's just somebody who has superpowers that just kind of uses it to get by and like maybe set himself up for a while and then, you know, screw off, right? He gets out of this like supermax supervillain prison that he's been in for a year. He gets released. His girlfriend comes and picks him up, and then he has the one last job bug bite him. So he's like, "We'll do one last job, and we got to get the crew back. We got to get the crew back together, right?" So he gets his old buddies back together. His girlfriend kind of doesn't like his friends because they're going to try and make him do a little bit more than he asked for. His friends are a little bit like sus. Some of them are a little weird. They have one of my favorite characters in the show is this guy who teleports. He can teleport, but he can only his superpower is he can teleport pretty much anywhere he wants to go as long as he's been there. But he only says the word "yeah." That's it. His whole like his powers are contingent on him saying the word "yeah." So every time he teleports, every time somebody talks to him, he just goes "yeah, yeah, yeah," and you don't see his mouth either. He's got like soup on, so he's just like "yeah, yeah, okay, yeah." He doesn't even say "okay," he just says "yeah." But yeah, so the denouement of it all is they all get together, and then there's a actual real supervillain, like an evil supervillain that is like killing indiscriminately and has like a world domination thing going on and like corruption and all sorts of things. And they're like, yeah, the superheroes, because it's like a kind of the boys thing, superheroes aren't going to deal with that because the corruption is kind of like in their favor. We're going to be the ones that have to deal with it, and we can steal his money at the same time. So they have the one last job thing that comes around, and instead of going and doing like a bank heist or something like that, they're like, we're going to go and screw with the supervillain because he deserves it, and he's screwed with us individually. Really, really, really good story. Written by, based on a graphic novel written by Mark Miller, who did the like the Utopian and a bunch of other like Netflix like live action superhero stuff that didn't really do as well as this did. But yeah, it's very good. And then the other show that I have is Akudama Drive, and if you haven't seen that, you really should.
Akudama Drive. Oh my god, that's a banger. I've watched this one and it's fan-fucking-tastic.
So good. So good. The setup for that is pretty similar in that there's like a big powerful entity that gets a bunch of crooks together, these Akudama, which are just like, you know, career criminals, but like light criminal. And my character is Courier. His superpower is that he's got a sick bike and he can like motorcycle any package anywhere you need it to go on time, no matter what is in front of him. That's his thing. He his introduction is he drops in the middle of a gang war, and the gang war stops for a second for him to deliver this package, and then he jets off, and the gang war continues. Right, the guy gets shot in the head. Or whatever. It's pretty like R-rated. There's a lot of gore. There's a lot of like crazy stuff going on. But the cast is stacked. It's a really fun show, and all the character design and the art is done by the Cindy Yamauchi, who did Danganronpa. So all of them are Danganronpa style characters. They look like they would be straight out of a Danganronpa game. Really, really cool. Those are my recommendations.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you want to ask one, Peachy? We've got 4 minutes.
Well,
I can't. I don't know if you guys have like wall to wall stuff, but I can go longer because I was late. If you want to facilitate that, I know Josh was here on time and I wasn't. So if you want to bail, Josh, I can.
No, I can stick around. It's fine. It's fine.
We can hang out for a little bit if you want to.
Sure, yeah.
Let's chill.
Make sure everybody gets what they need. Ask as many questions.
So as this is the gay con, I'm trying to find a gay question.
Con,
and
fruity.
Surprisingly, I didn't get too many.
You just put that together.
And y'all, oh my god.
Well, I have a question for Jonah. It's not really a question, I guess, but I just want to talk about Joe from Skates.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna talk about Joe so
This is
bad.
what you can do. This is the cool stuff you can do when you're not like at a convention. Let me go grab.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
Go grab it. Go grab it.
Me just like holding it in this whole time. Like, can we talk about Joe?
Can we talk about Joe Skate?
Cries
Cries
and
and
matcha
matcha
blossom.
Guys, the Matcha Blossom. Crazy.
Lots of Matcha Blossom fans here.
I get fan art. I get fan art all the time, from people at conventions. So I
Yeah.
would, like, and I have this big binder that I just put the fan art in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Kind of and like people
That's
bring-
so nifty.
oh, pretty.
from this one is from the voice actor of Asmodeus.
Oh,
We got a
Diablo.
lot of stuff that I got Eddie and Volt stuff.
Oh, Eddie and Volt.
Some rather Joe stuff. Let's see. That's Randy. Oh, there's
Oh, there they are.
still down there. To keep them all like together. Where? There's got to be more Joe stuff. A lot of Kokoshibo in here.
Oh, this is so
Randy
cool.
feeding a sandwich to his gun.
Oh, Longa and Reki.
Yeah. I don't have the exact picture I wanted to show you guys, but yeah, we can talk about Joe. What do you got? You got questions? Like,
Hell yeah.
I don't know. What was your favorite thing about voicing Joe?
So that was at a point in my career when I didn't know when the rug was going to get pulled out from under me because it was 2020 and I continue to be incredibly lucky that I was able to work with Crunchyroll like remotely from my closet and able to do that. And Skate is lightning in a bottle, and I really hope it strikes twice at a certain point. But it was just it was the perfect storm of me being where I needed to be having the equipment that I had, knowing the people that I did, sending the right auditions at the right time, getting the right auditions at the right time, being able to do the auditions. Sometimes you're unable to do an audition just because you're so busy or it's from a hotel room, it doesn't sound that good, something like that. But I'm lucky because I can think of 9 other guys that could voice Joe off the top of my head. I could think of like 10 dudes at Crunchyroll right now that could voice Joe and probably would if it was made today, right? So I'm blessed, lucky, and it was one of the coolest things that I had ever gotten to do is like the first 2 years in my voiceover career. It's like, hey, you get to voice the cool guy in the skateboard anime. Like, what the heck? Are you skateboard in high school? Like, I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater like constantly after I would get home from the pool and eat a bologna sandwich with my Doritos. Like, I was that kid, and I have a Thrasher hoodie. Like, I Thrasher magazine. I would get all the VHSs in the mail. Like, I watched Wild and Out. Like, I was that kid. So getting the ability and the opportunity to do, hey, it is the skateboarding anime was something else. And not only that, but it's gay. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You wouldn't
gay.
put it past you. Like, if the year that came out, if you said the skateboarding anime was gay, people would raise the eyebrows. Be like, really? How are they gonna do that? Right? What? How is that possible? Like, how do you make that work? And then most sports anime make it work anyway. And it's the best part about Skate is the gayer we made it, the better it was.
Yes.
Because people, it wasn't just like putting so much icing on top of the cake that you're just like, I don't want to eat this cake anymore. There's so much icing on top of it. There's so much, like, it's really on the nose. But everybody in the show, to my knowledge and to my headcanon, is queer in some way. So there
Agreed.
was almost not enough icing sometimes because you're just like, there's so much cake here. Guys, we gotta like soak this in rum or something. But yeah, it was. I hope I get to do something like that again. I hope we are able to. I hope the planets align, the winds change, the currents adjust, and the moon finds the right place for us to be able to do something like that again. I want to really do more queer media. I've been invited to premieres and stuff like that for like movies and stuff that are queer centric, even because I've developed this I am bisexual, but I've cultivated this like people say bicon, but I play a lot of bi characters, like canonically bi characters. Oliver Aiku, the most recent one in Blue Lock. So getting those opportunities to like have real representation, especially as a bisexual man, who I do feel sometimes there is some sort of like bi erasure in a lot of places where it's like you're either gay or you're not, or you're either straight or you're not. You can't pick both of them. You have to pick a side, and it's like I like them both, you know, and I feel like that's real, and that's there is not a lot of like there's not a lot of representation of like accurately bi characters. Akihiko Kaji is another one where you see him with a woman and then you see him with a man and you're like, okay, cool, this guy's bi, and we can't like, you can't write that out. It's visually there in ink. So yeah, given mention, but
given mention,
I'm lucky, man. I every morning I wake up and I need to pinch myself to make sure that this is still happening.
Aww. Do you have any thoughts, Joshua, about queerness in anime?
I think that especially recently we've been getting a lot more just media in general that is like we've gotten more BL anime than I've ever seen. We've gotten more explicitly BL things than I have ever seen. The sad thing is I'm not seeing a lot of love for like Yuri anime. Like there's a bunch of really great manga coming out. There's a bunch of fantastic manga coming out that isn't getting any adaptation. Go get green manga. Go get green Yuri. Go get it. There it is. There it is. I knew it'd be green Yuri. I knew it.
I knew it. Another copy that I have opened and post-it noted over there in my
It's so good
library, but this is the one that I'm keeping to like preserve it. It's so good. There's a guy in here. I don't know if you guys have read this. There's a guy in here named Joe, and when this gets adapted, I'd like to audition for
Joe
because he's the same kind of guy that I play normally. But yeah, dude, it's so good. Green Yuri's so good.
Yes,
but back too.
Yes. Kino Kuniya did a thing with them recently, and they had so much amazing merch. But all that to say, I really appreciate the like boost that BL media has been getting. We have, even outside of the anime sphere, things blowing up like heated rivalry. Like this is becoming actively mainstream, well-known, very, very watched media, but we still, I think, don't have enough for bi. We don't have enough for any kind of like lesbian experience. We don't get that as much at all. And I just think as things go on, I'd like to see the same treatment given to every single part of it. Because it's not just gay people, it's the LGBTQ, and it's every bit of it encompassing. And it all needs to stick together.
When we get to a point, and this has been my metric for quite some time, Josh, and let me know if you feel the same way, but when we get to a point where you can mention in passing in a story that a character is either gay or trans, or a member of the LGBTQ community, and have it not be their plot, then we'll be on the right track. We are on the right track right now, but then we will be like truly cresting the hill.
I agree.
I think that's what's great about stuff like Yuri on Ice and Skate, is it's not really like the focus.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's just kind of there.
It's like, no, these guys are gay. Let's go downhill luge skateboarding and watch a clown smack somebody in the face. That's actual plot. And the actual plot is like, you're more curious about the relationships and less curious about the sexuality.
Right.
Right. You're curious about how do these guys know each other? Like, what's your history here? And it's being able to, it's like having, you know, a character like that's has an accessibility issue or something like that. You know, they have to, and then not having that be the thing that is the story, right? You know, having it be not glossed over, but like dealt with candidly and appropriately. Yeah.
Like,
Most
people in real life aren't boiled down to just their sexuality. People in real life aren't boiled down to just what they can do if they have a disability. Like, these are people. They are fully rounded, fully formed human beings. And I feel like being able to see that in media is lovely because we're like you said, we're slowly getting there. We have things like Pluribus, which is entirely the story of like somebody dealing with the loss of, like a lesbian experience of dealing with the loss of your wife. Like,
Yeah.
that's the entire show, but it focuses on the grief and the horror of it rather than
Not the
this
fact
is a
that
gay
it's
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's actively a gay story. So I love that.
Gay story, but it's not about being gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love being able to see experiences like that, and I hope that it continues that path.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Good. We're on the same page.
Yeah. Same page.
Well, Kira, your turn. I asked my question.
We're here.
I think I want to ask. It's not on here. I just thought of it. If there was a BL or just a queer story in general that you could voice act for, what would it be?
Like one that's coming out, or
Or
one
just
that
any of them.
just anything.
Like if
Banana
it could be
fish.
made and you could be part of it.
Banana fish.
One.
Oh.
That was the one when I saw what happened. I'm not gonna try and get too into it, but when I saw what
Yeah.
happened, I made a TikTok about it. I was gutted because as a bi man, I could have I found myself growing up and watching anime, and I'm just like, that's a good show. It'd be really cool if it got dubbed at some point, because if it did and it had a queer director and there was a the queer cast was involved, you could make it sing. It could be legendary. It can be so good. But C-Suite Suits decided that it would be quicker, cheaper, and easier to monopolize on the LGBTQ community just by getting a product out there. And
Yeah.
I'm glad they pulled it, but I don't think they're done yet.
No.
Agreed.
I hope that we don't see more of that against my better judgment. I feel like it is likely to continue to happen, but I don't want it to. I do agree. I think Banana Fish is such a fantastic story, and it's been years and years and years and that we've been waiting for a dub for that. And we have so many currently working, currently amazing
There's
queer
a
actors.
foundation there, man. Like, come on.
The potential of this series is out of the fucking water. It's crazy. You have amazing directors that have already directed queer things before. You have amazing, like, queer actors that could bring such amazing things to this character. I have, like, you could have 70 fan casts in mind for this that would all be authentically cast and amazing. It's like, what are you doing? You're wasting this.
The frustration is real.
It's frustration because this show means so much to so many people, and it's such a fantastic story. It's yes, it's a betrayal. It is a frustration born of the noticing the potential there and active spitting in it. Like, they know what they have, and they decided to go the quick and easy route, and that's miserable. So hopefully, if there ever is a dub in the future that is made by humans and ran by humans, we'd get the opportunity.
Yeah, but I would like to commend the community for saying, no, screw that. No. Nobody went to, because the thing was, it was hard to talk about it, because as soon as you did talk about it, you would, out of the 100 people or whatever that would see your post, one person would go watch it, and that's a number that would, it would bring eyeballs to it, right?
Yeah.
So it was really difficult to kind of like, hey, look at this, but don't look at it. You know what I mean? Like, acknowledge this, but don't consume it. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. It's like,
hate watching is such a bad part of this, where like you post these things and then you're getting the number goes up, and that's all the shareholders and stockholders care about, the number going up. So the community rallying behind it and being like, no one watched this. This is actively against what everyone wants. It sounds like shit. It's terrible. Get this off. Get this away from us. And it actually happening is a triumph. So good on everybody. But also, fuck that it happened in the first place.
Agreed.
Not everybody, yeah. Fuck them.
Well, do you have any other questions, Kira? Or do we want to call it at 15 minutes over?
I want to ask this one last one because I think it'd be
Okay.
fun. It's short.
Go for it.
What's your favorite line from Blue Lock?
Blue Lock. Josh, what's your favorite line from Blue Lock?
You ever played soccer with your life on the line? It's just so funny. Like, there's better lines, almost certainly, but the memeability of Blue Lock has become such a big part of its identity, and the language that they use in the dub and in the translation and in the manga just in general, I think makes that show so special. And I unadulteratedly think that is such a fun line that you can't find in much else. Like, this guy's taking soccer so fucking seriously. He's taking it real serious. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I'm here for this. This is the one place I can get that. Other than, I guess, the one that you were recommending, where it's like even more high tier than that.
Yeah, Ice Shield 21, man. Go watch it. To be fair, it is an older show, so it doesn't look as cool as Blue Lock does. There's a reboot, and we got the right animation studio. We go really hard. I think my favorite line from Blue Lock is not even in Blue Lock. I get approached. So there was a meme of Oliver Aiku, the longest time, of a guy. Apparently they headcanoned that Oliver Aiku had a British accent, and for some reason, I don't know, it just went viral on TikTok. But every convention, I get like 4 or 5 people come up wearing a Blue Lock jersey, and they're like, "Have you seen that?" And I'm like, "The British Oliver Aiku? Of course I have." And it's like a terrible British accent. And it's like, he says like, "My name is Oliver Aiku, and I'm so British." Like, no, you're not,
That's
dude.
amazing.
You're from Cincinnati, bro. Like,
So funny.
You're from Cincinnati, bro.
I'm not British. Come on. I directly messaged Rig to read for Blue Lock. Like, I was specifically going after Oliver Aiku. I wanted to voice that character, or at least audition for him.
Oh my gosh.
And I had no idea about this meme until somebody, like, at a panel of all things. I'm pretty fast and loose at my panels, and somebody's like, "Have you seen this video?" And I'm like, "No." And they like rotated their phone and like brought it up to the table for me to watch it.
It's amazing.
I'm Oliver Aiku, and I am so British.
That's the line. That's what he says.
That's
I
great.
mean, interception's like, "Not so fast. It's me, intercepted by Oliver Aiku,
The most British man in the world.
British person alive."
That's beautiful. Oh my god.
I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this either.
Yeah, no, go look it up. It's quite funny. The accent is it's just a kid. You can tell it's a kid in his bedroom, just like screaming at his phone.
Like yelling at his AirPod.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. That is fantastic. Well, before we go, do you have anything you want to plug?
Josh, go for it.
You?
Yeah, sure. Currently, I am working on some anime right now this season. I'm Dota in Sentenced to be a Hero, which is fantastic. Go give that a watch. Gnoja is still going on, is nearing its end. I'm Rakio in that one. I am also in the clear moonlit dusk. So go give that one a watch as well. All of these are fantastic shows. You can catch me on Twitch at Toodles Clown. I am a little clown VTuber. It is silly. We play video games, and it is great.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yeah. We got last season series finale of Beastars March 7th. So please go watch that. That is a lot of hard work went into that, and sounds really good. I'm really excited for that. I am not in any actively airing anime this season, so you can't hear me anywhere new. But I'm doing a lot of games. I am in 5 games that have not been announced yet, so I can't talk about those.
It's exciting.
But let's see, what else can you go watch? You watch me on Twitch. I'm a VTuber too.
Yeah.
Alpha Anarchy. Also, please, it would mean a lot if you guys went to listen to my VTuber's music. He is a metal singer, and we have a 10-song original album out on Spotify right now, where I sing on all of it. I rap on one of them.
Oh, rad.
And yeah, we have everyone streams Shower Song. It's our newest single that came out middle of last year. We put a lot of work into that, and we are also making a graphic novel based on my VTuber. We have a 3-volume graphic novel that is his origin story. So why he looks the way he does, why he has a pet snail, why his arm is metal, why his eyes glow like that. You know, and I'm very excited. We're going to be releasing more about that as we are working, but we're in pre-production right now, so we just have to get all the designs and concept art and everything done. Mm-hmm. Then we'll start trickling and feeding some things. But if you come to stream, maybe we'll get a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for letting me come in late, half dressed.
You were fine.
No, you were great.
You're everywhere.
It was literally perfect.
I love you guys. Thank you guys so much, chat too.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat. This has been an absolutely lovely experience. Thank you guys all for showing up.
Gosh, it's good to see you again, man.
Lovely seeing you, dude.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.